Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yeslial in this incarnation. So today I wanted to talk about feminine and masculine polarity, which are parts of the entire creation, not only humans. So I think it's very important to know that these are parts of ourselves that are not opposite energies, but an integration to function, and that regardless if, it's very usual that women are more identified with their feminine part and men more identified with their masculine part. It doesn't work like that for everyone, and what matters here is actually to rebalance these energies every time. I don't believe in the eternal balance, because I think we are always experimenting imbalances in order to evolve. So I think that our best action in this process of evolving has to do with rebalance. So the masculine archetype, the masculine polarity is represented by the Sun and Mars in astrology, and the feminine one is represented by the Moon and Venus. So I am going to give examples of aspects of these energies to comprehend them more. For example, examples of aspects of the masculine are focus, light, action, protection, the analytic part, the active part, to lead, order, rationalize, and warm. That, for example, are aspects of the masculine. And the feminine is more like receptivity, chaos, the void, passive, vulnerability, nutrition, feel, flow, chaos, and cold. So to understand these energies, for example, I am recording this video, so if I only use my feminine polarity, I will stay here like in a receptive in my receptivity, and I couldn't press the button to start recording. I couldn't press the button on my phone. So both energies are very important. I think I told you in the video of the LGTB how, for example, when I was a teenager, I had this big imbalance with my feminine energy. I rejected totally, and that caused a very harming disconnection with my emotions, with my vulnerability, and I thought that everything that was linked to the feminine was something weak, So I distanced myself that much that that caused me a lot of damage, and then I had to rebalance this. Other example is when we are in a transforming moment, for example, and we have to feel the things that that moment is bringing to us, if we are feeling sadness or anger or whatever, but it's important to understand then, to rationalize then, when we already went through those feelings, the sense of that moment, and what was the lesson, for example. This is important for evolution and to transcend things. Other example of imbalance with the masculine polarity could be, I don't know if this happened to you, but it certainly happened to me, when you are, for example, in a tough situation and you want to change it, you want to change reality, and you are in this masculine of doing, and taking action, and it's like exhausting, and then you stop doing things, you stop to take action, and you rest, for example, and all the things start to take place, to be in place. So for example, that's an imbalance of the masculine energy, and we need them both. I think other example of this could be in other video I explained how we can manifest, we can be connected to things, to experiences of God in ourselves, God as an energy. I'm not talking about the man with that is judging us from heaven. Many times we can experience something that we from our rational mind, this could feel like magic or paranormal, you know. These words are something that we put them to experimentations that we don't believe that could happen many times. Like, let's put an example, telepathy, you know, or when I'm saying that I am in contact with other beings. For many people, that is something that is totally, I could be a crazy person, for example, because they are many times too much identified with their rational mind. So for rational mind, those things that the rational mind doesn't know make it fear to them. So but if I only, for example, I am contacting with, I'm having experiences with beings, I am seeing angels, for example, but my rational mind cannot explain that, I could feel like I'm becoming crazy. So that would bring an imbalance to me. So it's very important to understand those experiences. We can be open to experiment them, but it's important for the mind to understand it. So that's when knowledge helps us. It's not, it's not about let the rational mind outside of the game, and it's not about let our part that can connect with other consciousness or be open to other experiences that have to be left outside, you know. So it's important to integrate both of them in order to not become crazy, for example. And I'm going to do a video talking about craziness and judgment, because I think those are concepts that the society is molding every time, and many times craziness, it's not something what society believes is craziness. It's not an imbalance many times, and it is judgment, for example. But I'm not entering there today. So it's very common that people that are more identified with their masculine part, and people that are more identified with their feminine, could feel attraction, you know. This works like a magnet, so the positive attracts the negative. The negative would be the feminine part. And it's important, for example, to understand other distortions. I already talked about this in the video of the feminine polarity and the feminist movement, how that imbalance to annul the feminine polarity caused this reaction in society, you know. And I think it's important in order to have a healthy relationship with ourselves and with others, to contact with these energies. For example, a distortion of the masculine polarity, I think many people could experiment this from both sides. I mean, I put this example with men and women. If a man is approaching a woman, you know, in a flirty way, and that man is not contacting with their feminine polarity, so it's not like feeling if that woman is emanating something, or is really receptive to their approach. Many men could be like take this action of insistence and try, and that calls, of course, the contrary on the other part, and they could feel rejected, you know. So there's an imbalance here with their masculine, because they are have this insistency which is causing the contrary of their wishes. And that's because they are not contacting with their feminine part to feel, to have the touch to approach someone, for example. And this could happen to a woman too. I'm just giving an example, you know. Other distortion for me, from my perception, could be, nudes are something that could be very artistic. We can see a photograph, we can see a painting, even a film that shows a nude in an artistic way, in a very showing beauty, you know. But I think nowadays we are abusing of that. We are exposing, many women are exposing their bodies in a sexual way to attract attention. It's very important, the intention and what I'm emanating with that, you know. If I put a photograph in my Instagram in a, I don't know, maybe a position or with an intention, maybe I will attract a lot of men that are saying very uncomfortable things to me. And I am not saying that those men don't have their responsibility for their actions, but we only can take care for our own actions. And we know that evil or darkness many times took people as instruments to showing us something. So it's important to understand that if I am attracting a lot of men that are saying things very, you know, out of channel, that are not okay, it's because I am exposing myself, or I am using my body to attract energy because I want to fill a void of myself, and I am manipulating people with my sexuality. I mean, that's a distortion for me from my perception of the feminine polarity. I am attracting to manipulate, to take energy from other people. So it's important to understand all of these things. I think nowadays, it's not a judgment again. I am not saying that a naked body is something wrong, but it's important the intention and what we are giving, you know, the vibe we are giving with that, and that is something that we feel, actually. We feel with our feminine polarity. So I just wanted to explain these things in a simple way to understand how important is to integrate them all, how it's important to feel our vulnerability, but it's important to, for example, I don't know, take action, because I can be in a receptivity state, receiving ideas, but I don't take action, so the project couldn't be descended in this material plane. So that's how these energies work. So thank you, everybody. I'm ending the video here. See you tomorrow. Ciao, ciao.